Hey, how's it going? Had Enough Too here. Know it's been a while since I've made a video. I suppose you're wondering what I'm doing. I'm popping pills out of my blister pack. My Chantix medication. I'm taking them out of this box and putting them in a pill bottle because I asked my pharmacy to see if they could actually put the pills in a pill bottle, but apparently they don't have any loose ones, and I don't expect them to sit there and pop out 28 of these and putting them in one bottle for me. Talk about, you know, why they call it the blister pack, because if you pop out all 28 of them, which I already got, what, 26 of them already popped, I bet you I'll get a blister on my thumb. No, I'm just kidding. It does hurt though. But anyway, update. Have I had a cigarette? No. Have I had a puff? No. Have I had a craving? No. Have I had a temptation? Yes. Why? That's why I'm putting these. Ooh. Boy. That would have been a shame. I would have had all those tiny little pills to look for those that are taking Chantix, or if you've seen the other video where I held one up. If not, if you don't remember seeing that video where I held it, where I was talking about how small of a little pill like that could take your nicotine craving away. If I would have dumped out those pills, boy, I would have had one heck of a mess to clean up. But anyways, I requested, I'm still going to work on this while I'm talking. I requested for an empty pill bottle, since they didn't have them in the loose form, because of a psychological thing. Like I said, have I had any urges or temptations or whatever? No. But see, there's times I haven't been home at the time I'm supposed to take my medicine, or what time I have myself adjusted to be taking this medicine. It's like a jumbo size pack of cigarettes, really thin for that matter, but just like a big jumbo pack of cigarettes. I keep them inside my coat pocket, or if I got a t-shirt with a pocket at my breast, you're reaching out and grabbing, and it's a psychological thing, like you're reaching out to grab and open up a pack of cigarettes. Although you're not opening it from the top, you're opening it up like this, and yes, there's some people that have a pack of cigarettes that will open like this. But anyways, it's just a cycle. Hang on. There. It's a psychological thing where I'm reaching in, just like how I would when I would have a cigarette when I was a smoker. So, mentally, I just didn't like that feeling. And my pharmacist was, as you can tell, very obliged on giving me an empty bottle. So now I can keep that pill bottle in my pocket, in my coat, and I don't have to worry about having that weird feeling reaching for my pills. Not that I'm ashamed of taking Chantix. I'm very proud. And, you know, there was a lady working at the pharmacy today. Okay, got them all. There was a lady that was actually working at the pharmacy today when I went to go pick up my prescription. Apparently she didn't look at the computer for history very close, but she asked me how this is working. And I'm like, what do you mean, how is it working? It'll be like going on 4 weeks here pretty soon. You know, I haven't had a cigarette since I started. Well, give you 7 days that you can actually have a cigarette. I mean, after your 7th day, you should be completely done. But I told her I quit smoking 1 week, well, not 1 week, but one whole day before Chantix recommends that you can actually quit smoking. She thought that was great. So, what's the result? I may have somebody else influenced on giving this a try. She asked about some side effects and everything. I said the only side effect that I've had while taking this medicine was an upset stomach. And the only reason I had an upset stomach is because I took it without any food in my stomach. Now, they say that you have wild and crazy dreams and whatnot. I have to admit, though, for the last few nights, I've had some vivid dreams. They're not no scary dreams where I'm waking up in cold sweats, but they're very vivid. I mean, they're so vivid, I actually have to ask people if we talked about certain things because I'm not sure if I said or did anything in my dream or if I actually did it in or said it in person. So when I mentioned, like, hey, whatever, blah, 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 and they're like laughing their asses off and everything and say, no. I'm like, oh, okay. And then they ask why, and then I tell them, I had this really, really vivid dream, and it felt so real. I didn't know if I actually did it or said it or whatnot. So that's the only thing about the crazy dreams. They felt so real, I didn't know if it was real or not. Now, if you remember, or if you just got done watching the last video, you're probably wondering about my doctor's visit. Well, that was on Tuesday. Today's Thursday, the 5th of March, 2015. Well, I seen my doctor on Tuesday. I was supposed to see her last week. I ended up canceling, and then I had this other appointment, and she didn't have my test results, so we had to reschedule. So Tuesday, I seen the doctor, and like I said, I was gonna get it all on video, and she just totally told me about my results without giving me any warning, so I could ask her. I should have asked her, if we could video record it right when she came in the office. But she is asking how things are going, and she asked, about my smoking, if I had a puff, if I had a cigarette, if I bought any, stuff like that. And I told her no. And then I told her about the box thing, to see if they had them in a pill form. She said I had to ask the pharmacy, and I told her about the bottle idea without the psychological aspect of reaching in for the box of cigarettes. Chantix. So, excuse me, she really liked the idea, the concept that I was using. But anyway, she's like, well, I've got some really good news. First of all, she said that she was really excited about me quitting and everything else, and I was really happy with that too. And she was smiling. That made it even a bigger smile on me, so I feel awesome. And I'm sure you do too. Or if you're in the process of wanting to quit, whatever, yeah, I would recommend Chantix. Anything about these scary dreams and whatever not, all those side effects, I think it's just in the person's head beforehand. I don't know. But anyway, everybody's body chemistry is different. Vivid dreams, yes, very surreal-like. But they weren't scary. That's just within the last few days. The upset stomach, nausea, that was only when I took them. That was only when I took my medicine without having anything to eat. Now, where am I? Oh, okay. She's like, I've got some really good news for you. And then right from there, she just talked, and I didn't want to interrupt her. I'm just not that type of person to interrupt, especially when it's coming to my personal things, like my medical or whatever not. But she's like, I got some really good news for you. She asked me to verify how long it's been since I started smoking. I said I smoked for 25 years, and she said, excellent. She gave me 2 thumbs up, and she smiled again, and as she was speaking, she was smiling at the same time and said, by looking at your breathing results, or from the report that came back, they said that my breathing tests came back better than normal, better than average. I'm like, what's that supposed to mean? And she said that my breathing results came back higher than the average smoker that has smoked for 25 years. She said that my breathing was excellent, exceeding the expectations of any other 25-year-old smoker. And there is no signs of any permanent damage on my lungs. So that means I don't have COPD. That means I don't have chronic bronchitis, which I was diagnosed with back around 2000 or 1999, somewhere around there. So 15, 16 years ago, I was diagnosed with chronic bronchitis. No signs of it. Never had any diagnosis or anything with COPD. And she said my lungs are too healthy. to have COPD. And I asked her about my asthma because I was diagnosed officially with asthma when I was like maybe 7 or 8 years old. Well, I'll be 42 in September. Like I said, today's March, 5th? So, it just makes me feel even better. So, I asked her if she wanted to listen to my lungs. She said that wasn't necessary, but to satisfy me, she was willing to listen to my lungs. So she listened to them, and she's like, I don't hear any whistling, I don't hear any crackling, I don't hear nothing. I hear healthy lungs. So she said, with all this being said, it doesn't give you no excuse to go back to smoking because you got healthy lungs. And I told her I didn't even have that thought in my mind. I didn't even have an inkling of that thought. And she said, that's great. So, celebration time, I said, well, how about a big fat cigar? And I just joked about it, and she didn't find that very funny. And I now don't even think that's very funny. But anyways, celebrations, well, let's hear. I got more money in the bank. Well, not really. But anyway, I don't know really what else to say, but I'm just feeling really good. I can take deep breaths. Oh, and one other thing I noticed, I don't see it on the symptom, but I noticed that I find myself a lot thirstier now, too. I think I mentioned that in another video. And as for foods, oh boy, the flavor of foods is standing out even more now than it was like on the last couple videos. And I found out there's... Okay, you probably just heard a little ring there. See, I'm using my cell phone, my video, can't even talk right now. I'm using the video function, the video camera function on my cell phone to record this video. So that little ring that you heard and whatnot, it's because my phone rang. I forgot to put my phone in the airplane mode so I wouldn't be disturbed by a phone call. So I completely forgot what I was going to say, but back with the foods though, I noticed, things being a little bit saltier and some things a lot saltier. I actually found some foods that I used to love that I really don't like anymore. But then I found some foods that I really like that I never liked before, which is kind of hard because I love all sorts of foods. So, but the other thing that I was going to say, I completely forgot what I was going to say. But anyways, I just want to say I'm feeling awesome. And for the people that are quitting right now, or if they're within the stage about ready to be quit, and the ones that have been quit, or the ones that are quit, I'm sorry, I phrased that wrong. But the ones that are quit, like myself, just like what my motto says down below, stay focused, stay positive, stay quit.